Hello everyone, and welcome to Imitosis. This is a game by One Over Games, and it's an experimental 5-minute visual novel, where apparently you play as an IMI-X unit that has been brought out of cold storage to respond to a pressing security matter aboard the IMI IIINNNN space station. Looking at the reviews of this game, it seems like there's a lot more going on in the background. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm inviting you to consider this fact. A humanoid IMI-X unit is already over 100 times cheaper than the average human employee. This disparity will only increase with time. Excerpt from the Intrinsic Machines Inc. International Memorandum, circa 2199 AD. There is only oblivion. Waits. Oh, the option is wait. You wait. In the soft darkness, something sharp comes into focus. An awareness is formed, floating in an empty sea of nothingness. You exist, and you're weightless. There are other sensations. Listen. You listen. Your eardrums rumble, submerging you in soft static. You can barely hear a distant, monotone voice. Sensory system initializing. You feel. The void presses gently on you from all sides. As you stir, the substance shifts to accommodate you. You think. You're aware of yourself, and aware of that awareness. Your body is an interface between you and not you. You breathe in. Something Something viscous pours down your throat and into your lungs. Open your eyes. You force your eyes open. You're immersed in translucent fluid, some of which you've just inhaled. You retch, forcing the substance out of your lungs. You can't breathe without inhaling more. You search for an exit. You're in a cylindrical pod with no obvious door or hatch. There's a gray room outside. You can't see it clearly past the fluid. Your vision narrows. On instinct, you struggle upward through the thick gel-like fluid. The substance reaches all the way back to the circular ceiling. There is no air to be found here. You hear a droning voice. Diagnostic check complete. Thaw successful. Please complete the registration process on the terminal. A panel set within the circular ceiling flickers to life. Examine the terminal. Please enter your name. Meh. Select your favorite color. Gonna go with a nice baby blue. I say baby blue. Nice blue. That's license, revocation, intellectual property, scope of work, performance. Yeah, sounds good. Circular ceiling swings open with a pneumatic hiss. You strain upward and break the surface of the translucent substance. You catch your breath. Air rushes into your oxygen-starved lungs. Emerge. You emerge from the lid of the cylindrical pod and climb over its edge. You tumble from the pod, landing safely on a metal floor. You survey the large room. The space is cramped with rows of pods. A fluorescent glow barely lights the room. Many of the lighting tubes on the ceiling have burnt out. The walls are lined with broken screens that cycle rapidly between lurid? That's a weird word. Between lurid, glitchy colors. You have no idea how you got here. In fact, you have no memories at all, aside from waking up in this pod. You examine yourself. You have all limbs, digits, and extremities that you expect. There's something around your neck, a lanyard with an ID card. You're acutely aware of the intense cold of the room. You shiver. You take a closer look at the pods in this room. Motionless humanoid silhouettes are suspended in some pods. Others are open and empty, like yours. Each pod is covered in an inscrutable tangle of wires and machinery. Your own pod is adored with a serial number, X-391. You examine the panels on the walls. Most are in a state of disrepair, but one screen seems operational. It reads Cold Storage Bay 4. Occupied pods 93 out of 121. Status nominal. You walk through the grid of pods until you find an exit. As you leave, the robotic voice returns from an intercom. Registration completed for IMI-X model in Cold Storage Bay 4. Serial number X391. Welcome to low Neptune orbit, meh. You have been brought out of cold storage to respond to a security concern. Please follow the path to the nearest security terminal. Our employees are our most valuable asset. Thank you for keeping IMI-29 safe. Wall panels light your path forward into the hallway. You take a closer look at the metal hallway. You try some doors that lead from the path, none open. You hear the droning voice again from the intercom. Please follow the path to the nearest security terminal. You follow the series of lights through a maze of sterile corridors. You don't see anyone else here. The lights lead you to a door labeled IMI-29 Security Office. You enter the security office. The small room is empty except for a chair and a terminal sitting on a desk. A tiny electronic alert emanates from the terminal. Info. Remote user requests a manual review. This review process will involve communicating with an unknown entity. Remain impartial and do not allow the entity to affect your judgment. Thank you for completing the IMI-29 safe. Initiate manual review. Let's see. Security system has detected an entity unidentified attempting entry at airlock L7636. Live feed, airlock camera feed. No ID card provided. Warning: suit rupture detected. Info: attempting identification. Who are you? Demon. Why don't you have a valid ID? 940-400. Why is your suit damaged? As that I'm gonna presume non-human. Unknown entity identified as non-human. Airlock vented, foreign material expelled. Suddenly, the station shudders. You are plunged into darkness. The security office is dimly illuminated by red emergency lights. The robotic voice barks at you from the intercom. Critical system failure. Helium siphon damaged. You are being reassigned to station maintenance. Exit from the nearest airlock and repair the helium siphon. You exit the room. You walk through the dark hallway. Eventually, you reach an intersection. The lights that guided you to the security office are no longer active. It's not clear where the airlock is. You turn and continue down the left corridor. A locked door appears on your left. What? Oh. A locked door on your left is labeled GSM form processing? GSM? I don't know how you pronounce that word. As you wander through the maze of corridors, you reach another intersection. You turn right. Finally, you notice a door labeled Airlock L7636. The airlock door is closed. A terminal here prompts you, insert ID for suit. Your ID card is hanging from a strip of plastic around your neck. You insert your ID card into the slot in the terminal, and the card disappears inside the machine. A message appears on the screen. X391 authenticated. Short range identification color 2219B3. Safe travels. A pneumatic device near the door opens to reveal a spacesuit. The suit is painted with a color you selected as your favorite. Cooking game, it's blue. You clamber into the bulky suit. The terminal ejects your ID card. You retrieve your ID and place it into one of the suit's exterior pockets. The airlock door slides open. You proceed into the airlock. The inner door shuts behind you, the airlock depressurizes, and the outer doors open. You fly out into space, aided by your suit's thruster. Neptune looms below you. Aquamarine clouds drift slowly across the gas giant. A pipe of unfathomable length descends from the hub of the station to the planet's surface. You approach the enormous helium siphon. You come to a gradual stop near a small maintenance platform. A terminal here reads, "Insert ID for diagnostics." You insert your ID into the terminal, watching as the machine slows the card. The maintenance terminal automatically starts a diagnostic program. Suddenly, your suit's radio crackles to life with a man's voice. 391. Where are you, 391? Hello? You ask. The voice responds. Ask your questions while you still can, 391. The diagnostic program reports that all systems are operational, except the macerator, which has been disabled. A switch near the maintenance terminal is labeled Override Macerator Safety. Who are you? You ask. I'm a scientist, or I used to be. I worked for the company. I don't remember my name anymore. It's been too long. I used to know it, though. What is Gestimtum for processing, you ask, recalling the locked door. Ah, yes, the man says. We had lots of partial images. But the Gestimtum, I don't know how you pronounce that, was our end goal. Gestimtum was our theoretical term for a fully imagined mind. Billions and billions of neurons and all replicated digitally. Why would you want that? Take one really knowledgeable person, imagine their mind, and you can have as many copies of them as you want. Oh, image. I volunteered to be the first quoted Gestimtum, and look where I wound up. The man pauses. Excuse me. I wonder where else have been, and you, for that matter. Override it. You flip the safety override switch. The wall of the tube begins to thrum as the turning gears of the macerator rotate and grind inside the siphon. The siphon shudders violently. Ah, I see. The man sounds wistful. The scraping of metal on metal is audible through the radio. I suppose I'll be seeing you soon. Over the radio, you hear the nauseating crunch of bone and gristle, which is soon replaced by a deafening burst of static. You disable your radio. Suddenly, a silent explosion sends you tumbling backwards amidst a hail of metal debris. You realize that your spacesuit has been punctured. Oxygen hisses out of your suit. You use the last of your thruster fuel to quickly reach an airlock. Oxygen rushes out of your damaged suit as the airlock pressurizes. You try to open the inner door, but your ID card is still in the maintenance terminal at the siphon. Okay. I think I see where this is going. Who are you? Your story ends here for now. The last person to play this game was named DBIM. You identified them as non-human, jettisoning them into low Neptune orbit. Now it is up to the next player to determine your fate. Oh, neat. This is a bit later into the night, but I actually did get a email back. Apparently, I survived, so that's pretty interesting. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.